Right. Module two, crafting your offer. Remember, guys, my aim is to get you to sign clients on LinkedIn, give you a predictable way to book meetings every single day on LinkedIn so you can get to your goal. However, before I start talking about LinkedIn specifically, I need to help you a little bit with your mindset and to tell you that, fuck your feelings, do the work. I need to basically explain to you how to reverse engineer your goal, which I did in the past trainings, and now I need to actually tell you how to craft an offer, because this is not going to work if you don't have a really good offer. And so the reason why I say this, because at the end of the day, let's just use me as an example. So a lot of you who don't actually know what I do, I'm a lead generation agency for B2B businesses. So I help anyone who has a business that just needs to sign more clients more predictably. I help them sign clients on LinkedIn, whether mainly agency owners, to be honest with you. I've helped coaches in the past, but agency owners just have a bit of a budget, more of a budget, shall I say, with a small team, and they just want to scale and expand, build a brand and generate leads that turn into clients on LinkedIn. And so a lot of people do what I do. So many people out there do what I do. They promise this, they promise the world, sales calls, money back guarantee, all that good stuff. And so I needed to really sit down and position myself differently in terms of what I'm doing, my unique offer, etc. And so far, I've actually managed to do that. And it's only taken me, I mean, last year I was booking a lot of meetings, but with a similar offer that everyone was doing. Remember, the most important part about your business is definitely 100% your offer. Like, if you have a really good offer, you're going to do well. Whether you can live up to that promise or not, well, I'm hoping you can, you're going to do well. And so the way I position my offer, so like I said, I do lead generation, but what I do, I would place a virtual assistant into your company within 72 hours. I'm trying to get that down from 72 to like 12 hours. So, but right now it's about 3 days because we need to train them, etc., and make sure we're finding the right fit. So I'm going to find, sorry, not even find, because I have a pool of VAs. I'm going to place a virtual assistant into your company within 72 hours who is specifically good for LinkedIn, that will take care of your outreach, will personalize the messages, will create content for you. And what we'll do, we'll manage them for the first 3 months. And then for the next 3 months, I'll get my CSM to, keep it to manage them with you too. And so the reason why we've done that is because we want to place the virtual assistant in-house into your company, so you don't need to use a external agency in the future, so you don't get burnt ever again. And the good thing about these VAs, they work on a complete commission only for the first month, for the first 2 3 months. When they hit a certain threshold, you could then put them onto like a monthly retainer of 500 600, even $300 a month, just depending on how many hours you want them to work a day. I would like to think that's how I've separated myself from other lead generation agencies. And so my promise is to get a VA, plug and play a VA within 72 hours. They'll do all your outreach. You only pay them on a commission. You don't need to worry about anything. So we take care of the content. We take care of the outreach. The only thing you need to do is focus on serving your clients, improving your product, improving your service, and getting even better at sales calls, and make sure you're closing at 25, 30, 40%. We'll take care of all the back end, and you just create awesome content, deal with, take sales calls and service your clients. And the reason why I've positioned my offer like that is because I've done that myself, and I know how powerful it is to have virtual assistants to work with you. And the reason why, I'm a little bit different to everyone else, because I mean, these virtual assistants, I train a lot. Like, I can take someone from just a general lead generation person who's never used LinkedIn before to you could say a quote unquote expert within 3 4 days. They'll know every single thing, and that's what I tell my clients that I help them with. These VAs too are able to work within US time, so it's not like they're working in a different time zone. You can have two VAs. You can have one VA working UK time, one working within US time, and so much leverage into actually having a VA for your company. As owners realize that it would definitely help them grow, and so that's my own offer. I have the offer. Obviously, I have the community, the free community, and I'm probably going to have a paid one in the future for sure. So Q and A's, etc. People can actually share screen and show me their problems and show me what needs solving. And so that's how you craft a good offer. Like, it's taken me a while to do. So This might not take you overnight. No, you maybe ask your friend, ask your customers, like how would you ask your customer now, and say to them, how can I make this offer so good that you will genuinely feel stupid to not want to work with me? Like how would I make it so good? And your customers are going to give you your best feedback. And so don't be afraid to ask them and just say, listen, this is not sales call. You know, if you could just be honest with me, you are my ideal client. If you have X problem, what would make a perfect, irresistible offer for you not to work with me now in the future? And they'll tell you literally, you do that, you jump on 10, 12 calls, 15 calls. The amount of data, just have your notepad out and start writing stuff down. The amount of data you're going to accumulate over time, and you'll be able to craft an irresistible offer so good people feel stupid say no. Alex and Ozzy, read that book if you haven't. It's definitely gonna. I mean, it's gonna help you. It could change your life, honestly. Having a good offer can change your business forever. So don't be afraid to actually dedicate a few weeks. You know, if you're not going to go broke, if you're not going to go homeless, like stop thinking about making money today. Think about making money long term. And that's the way I would personally do it. If I had to start from zero, if I wasn't going broke, if I'm not homeless, like if I didn't need money now, I'll just have really a lot of conversations, and I'll craft an offer around the conversations I have, because we all know what's the point of creating an offer when you don't even know if it's going to work or not. And so this is a spreadsheet here. Like I said, you need to join my community in order to access this spreadsheet, and I'll go over it in a nutshell. But there's a lot of questions. Like you need to do this properly. You need to define your ICP. So you need to first get clear on your target market before creating an offer for them. So, what specific industry or community niche and sub niche do you focus on? Can you provide 3 examples of companies that perfectly fit your ideal customer within this niche? What are the typical jobs titles of people you aim to help with these companies? Is it marketing, manager, software developer? Is it the CEO, founder? You need to know this. What is the ideal size, number of employees of a company you like to work with? So, for instance, I like to work with companies anything from 1 to 10 employees. Some of my friends in the space, they work with people only 500 plus. So you need to know like how many people, you know, what's the size of the company that you want to work with. What specific problem do you address for companies in your target niche? Is it generating lead? Is it management customer data? Is it service delivery? Like what do you actually like? What's the specific problems? Like not just problems, like really specific. The more specific you can be with the problems, the better. Because if you jump on a sales call and you tell them like a specific problem, they'll know if you've done your homework or not, etc. And then you'll have a higher chance of them potentially being clients. What are the primary goals of the people you help within these companies, and how does your solution address them? That's another valid question. What are the negative consequences of the problems you solve for these companies? Lost revenue, unhappy customers. What methods have companies in your niche typically tried to solve this problem in the past? So what have they tried to do? Have they tried to use LinkedIn ads? Have they tried to use LinkedIn organic? Have they done an outreach? Like what do you normally see people have issues with that was a problem in the past, that potentially your solution can be different. You can position your solution a little bit different. What's the current situation of the companies facing this problem, frustrated with existing solutions, lack of awareness, etc. What is the ideal company in your niche hope to achieve by solving this problem? Is it increased productivity, improve customer satisfaction? Is it increased revenue, profit margins, etc.? How are companies trying to address this problem, even if it's not, ideal? Is it manual process, insufficient tools? What are some common beliefs or misconceptions companies in your niche have, about this problem? Are there any industries of sub niche that experience a similar problem that you could potentially serve? And then this is step 2. So there's a lot of questions here, guys. Like honestly, this is not a joke. There's a lot of questions, and I'm gonna go through it, everything right now. So make sure you're paying attention. Let me actually try and zoom in a little bit more, just so you can see. Okay, perfect. So, what is a tangible promise that they will see after working with you? Numbers based, guys. You need numbers. They don't want to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get you like we're gonna help you grow, or something vague. We're gonna help you grow. Like, what does that even mean? No, like you're gonna sign 5 clients in 30 days because we're gonna do this. We're gonna do X, Y, and Z, or you're gonna get 1 million views on your videos. Like, people want to see numbers as business owners. Like, I'm a business owner. If I'm being sold to, I kind of want numbers. I want metrics. I want numbers, or else I don't really want to hear it. What revenue range or uplift should they expect to see from their service? What other tangible benefits would they achieve from using your service? From using your service, what plans, frustrations would they avoid? What is the biggest problem you intend to keep? What's the bold claim? What's your bold claim? What's your guarantee? How can you make this promise tangible, numbers based? Everything's numbers, guys. What will this mean to them? What doors does it open for them? So, for instance, if I work with an agency and I get them an extra 10 clients, and they serve well on those clients, well, that can have a spiral effect and lead to way more opportunities. So you need to explain that to them, and this is good to actually understand. Why is this outcome important to them? What mechanisms do you use to achieve their desired situation? Explain mechanism in a 1 minute sentence. So if I was to explain my mechanism, I would say I leverage VAs who have trained, hired, and managed to come into your company and do your outreach, create your content. So you only focus on sales calls and delivery and creating and like video content, because obviously the VA can't do video content. So that's how easy you want to explain. The mind mechanism is highly trained LinkedIn virtual assistants. You need a unique mechanism. So I'd actually say unique mechanism. And then create your message. This is very easy. So we help niche get desired outcome with time frame without pain. So for instance, for me, it'll be we help agency owners sign the next 5 clients within 90 days without having to send outreach or having to create 100 pieces of content or something like that. Super, super easy. Make it easy to understand. And then you want to insert, you want to launch your offer now. And so live, so step number 4, launch your offer. So go to the market, launch your offer, receive feedback from the market, and note down all feedback from the market. And so after you've spoken to 15 to 30 prospects, you want to come back and fill this step. So generally 15 to 30 people will take you, it could take you a day, it could take you a week, it could take you a month, but super leverage, guys, because you can just now craft like I mentioned before, you can craft an offer based on these answers. So what word or phrases do you hear your prospects repeating over and over again? What stories do your prospects like to tell that occur across multiple calls? What metaphors or analogies do your prospects use? What things does your prospect appear to be bored and sad and talking about? What things does your prospect appear to be excited and energized talking about? What words, sentences, or phrases that you used did not resonate with your prospect? What words, sentences, or phrases that you use resonate with your prospects? Based on the above stated ways in which you can improve, your message hypothesis. After making at least 15 to 30 offers to your niche, using your message hypothesis, collect all the feedback from ideas, for improvement, and then go and improve your current message and test again in the market. And that's how you win with offer. You've done this. There's literally no point of going on to the next training if you haven't crafted an offer, because you're just going to say to me, oh, Josh, it's not working. Oh, Josh, you're full of shit. Well, I might not be full of shit. Maybe you just don't really have a good offer that stands out. That's irresistible. And so super important to do this. This will be in the free community. It'll be in the free community like mentioned. So make sure you obviously join and you can have it and ask me a question if you don't understand anything. But yeah, super, super important, crafting your offer. Once you've crafted a good offer, we can then take it to market, and then you start seeing, good responses, good replies. People want to speak with you. People understand that you're aware of the problems they face because you speak like them and stuff like that. For instance, agency owners, I can speak a lot more casual. I'm not speaking to lawyers or things like that. Maybe if your niche is lawyers, you need to speak a lot more professional, etc. But you need to speak in the tone and language that your ideal clients are in, basically. And that's pretty much it. And so that's it for the video. I'll see you in the next one. Sort your offer out before jumping, into the next modules, and let's get to work. Take care.